Gross Substitute House Bill 1978. The Secretary will read.
The legislature finds that President Barack Obama and the 111th Congress has enacted the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act of 2009, and in an effort to stimulate the American economy.
Senator Haugen.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. I'm really rising and asking for strong support of this, what truly is a jobs bill. This bill really does have two components, however. It also is the supplemental budget for the transportation budget. So we would talk a little bit about that. But let's first talk about the stimulus part. Washington State received $492 million for state and local projects on our highways. Of that amount, today we are going to spend $241 million, and it will be spent across the state, creating jobs in a lot of our communities, but a lot of people who work in our communities will also be working in other parts of the state. This is truly a jobs bill. Along with the money that we're spending at the state level, 151 will be distributed to local governments, and they too are making the same decision we are making today. Because you know what? This has to be spent in 120 days, and the clock started yesterday. The money is in the bank, so we need to get these projects going. I want to make sure that everybody understands that these are private sector jobs. All of these will be done by private sectors. We have companies who have been waiting for this, who have been keeping their people going, so it's actually going to retain jobs that would be lost if we didn't do this at this time. Besides the money that we're spending, our state also has the opportunity to go up after some grant dollars. There's money for rail, transit, and ferries, and actually money for the so-called mega projects. All of these grants are waiting for us to go to Washington, D.C., and the bill tells our departments to go back and seek that money. Our state is in a very good position to come home with a lot more money, especially for our ferries. There's $60 million for ferries. There's only 5 ferry districts in the nation, and Washington has the largest one. Let's talk a bit about the underlying bill, which is the state, the supplemental budget. There's $16 million in it for the rest of this biennium to pay for the snow and ice removal as a result of the storm that we experienced. There's $20 million in it to pay for the flooding damage that was done to our highways and our roads. There's additional money in it for ferries to cover up, to help with some of the maintenance costs in ferries. And there's money in it for the increased fuel costs for the DOT maintenance and for the ferry system. This is truly a budget bill that we can all feel comfortable about voting for, but more than anything else, we can vote to put people to work today. So I ask your support. This is a real great day for a lot of our construction companies across the state, and it's going to make a huge difference on the preservation of our roads. It's going to have some safety projects, and for some of our big projects that were moved out of the governor's budget, we're moving them back. So let's all vote. Let's send this bill out to the governor's desk. Let's get it signed, and let's get the people working.
Mr. President, 45 yea, 4 no.
Having received the constitutional majority, Gross Substitute House Bill 1978 is declared passed. The title of the bill will be the title of the act.